Hello guys, Izanagi here, and today I want to do a video on the newly announced Steam Machine. Yeah, this thing just literally got announced like an hour or two ago, and I'm actually surprised. Here it is in all its glory. It's basically it's like a little GameCube slash mini PC. It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go scroll down here. These are the accessories. This is the controller. The controller looks interesting. It's got some mouse pads there. It's kind of a chunky boy though. It's kind of chunky. Obviously you got the Steam Deck here. I guess this is a VR headset. Yeah. It looks really like very small and compact. It's basically a mini PC GameCube. It looks. I actually do really like the design of it. And it's very portable too. You can just put this in your backpack or like your suitcase, and it weighs nothing. It's very easy to travel with. It does look cool. You know what? I was talking to a friend on Discord, and I was like, you know what they should do? They should do like customized faces for the Steam Machine, like like the Uwu Ra XD faces. Like, I'll show you. It actually reminds me, if anyone's played Withering Waves, it reminds me of these like little like floating helper robots. This guy, it reminds me of these from Withering Waves. You see, he's got the little fucking top hat, got the mustache and the bow tie. Yeah, it reminds me. This is the first thing that came to my mind that the Steam Machine reminds me of, like aesthetically. Steam Machine price. So, okay, this is the kicker here. The price needs to be, in my opinion, the price needs to be competitive with the PS5. If Valve can price this in a similar range to the base PS5, I think it will do good, because that's its main competitor is with the PS5. And if it can make it, I don't know if it, I think it may be Linux, don't quote me on it, if it's either Linux or Windows, but it still has the kind of advantages of like a traditional PC where you can download mods and sail the high seas, if you get my drift, or wink wink nudge nudge. If it can do stuff like that and it's at a similar price to the PS5, I think Steam have got like a real winner here, in my opinion. So there's also some negative stuff to it as well in terms of specs, but we'll get into that. Keep in mind, there'll be a Steam Machine. Yeah, the 500GB model is basically dead on arrival. Brother, there's like games you get these days that are casually well over 100GB. So I'd imagine the 500GB model is probably going to be like maybe $300-400, and the 2TB one might be $500-600. That'd be my estimate, right? You definitely want to get the 2TB one, 100%. You have the option to purchase Steam Machine with or without the Steam controller. Okay, that's fair enough. If I were to buy one, I probably would get one with Steam controller just because I'd want to try one out. But you could obviously use like a traditional Xbox controller, PlayStation controller, and you can also plug in a mouse and keyboard, right? And operate it like just a normal PC. So there's those options as well. Okay. Play your PC games. Oh yeah, it's half the size of an Xbox Series X. Yeah, I just like the way the Gabe Cube. That's a good nickname, the Gabe Cube. It's got a big exhaust fan at the back here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, once again, I would not get the 500GB model. It'd probably, by time, because usually you got all like the pre-installed software and operating system, that 500GB is probably going to be close to like 400. Okay, here are the specs. Okay, this is interesting. Dimensions, yeah, small. CPU, okay. Okay, the GPU, 8GB of VRAM. Now, yeah, that is a bit of a, I really wish this thing had at least like 12GB of VRAM minimum, because there are just modern games that release today where 8GB is not even enough at like medium texture quality, right? If you want to play something on high or ultra texture quality, 8GB is going to crash your game. I can think of so many Unreal Engine games that require more than 8GB of VRAM, like Oblivion Remaster, Expedition 33. There's also that Indiana Jones game. There's just, yeah, I guess it all depends. Like, if Valve can do kind of like console optimization levels optimization, I think that would make the Steam machine go a longer way in the long run. If it could implement some sort of like, you know, console optimization stuff. But like the 8 GB, I feel like it's gonna struggle with a lot of modern titles on PC. Oh well, we just have to wait and see when you know, reviewers actually get their hands on this thing and do benchmark videos on games, and then we'll see like what it's actually capable of. But the 8 GB of VRAM is definitely kind of like, it's a little bit concerning. Okay, power display, storage, yeah. Display port, 4K, up to 4. Yeah, you're probably not going to be, maybe like really older, like previous gen games, which are less demanding. You could probably run at like 40K 60. But any like modern title, you're not going to run at 4K 60. Maybe 1080p with a few tweaks and cap it at 60. You probably could, but I can't see. I don't see this as. I know Valve advertises as a 4K 60 FPS machine, but that's copium, mate. That's straight up copium. There's no way this is a 4K 60 FPS machine, right? I get it. You know, it's good marketing when you say stuff like that, but it's not true. Let's be real. 14. I got a 1440p monitor. I would definitely play in 1440p, 100%. The controller looks actually pretty cool. Yeah, the controller looks cool. Steam controller compatible with Mac, Linux. Yeah, you could also use this on PC. Obviously, makes sense. Battery life 35 hours. Thumbsticks. Let's hope it doesn't get analog drift. Maybe Valve have fixed that issue with their controller. That's the most irritating thing in the world, is when your expensive controller gets analog drift. I remember last year I bought like a new Xbox Series X controller for Christmas. I got one, and like within, well, I was playing Expedition 33, and that came. Oh yeah, so within like 5 months, my Xbox controller got analog drift. I'm like, what the fuck? I barely had this controller, not even like half a year. So it's just like, I don't know what they do. They charge you so much for these controllers, and they're just made flimsy. Like, okay, VR headset, yeah, audio, power. It's just so. Oh, you can detach the controller like it's 2 different Joy-Cons. That's pretty cool. Now I did hear. I don't know if it mentions it in this article, but I did hear that people were saying it's kind of come out early 2026. Let's have a look at the people's comments. It's all going to come down to the price of a me and price competitively with a console. I can see it being a new machine, even as a PS5 Pro, by per system range. But if it's priced like a gaming PC, I mean, there's no way they're going to price this thing like $1,000 or £800. That would be fucking suicide, man. Like, and especially not with the specs it's got. There's no way. But like I said previously, if they can price it similar to a base PS5, I think that would be like a huge selling point to people, because there's a huge market of people, console gamers, who are interested in like kind of Steam as a platform and PC gaming, but they don't traditionally like, you know, fiddling with PCs. And I think this is like a good like toe dipper for those kind of people to get into PC gaming and to be introduced to like the Steam platform. In my opinion, Steam is a million times better than PlayStation as a digital storefront. Way better deals, a better community. It's just all round better, in my opinion. Yeah, there's no way that Valve's gonna sell it for 800 to even 1200. That's crazy. Yeah, my estimate would be for the 2 terabyte model. Oops, sorry. For the 2 terabyte model, it's going to be 500, 600, and for the 500 gigabyte model, it's going to be 300, 400. That would be my estimate. Who is saying it's twice as powerful as a PS5? There's no way. It's probably, I think maybe it's slightly on par with a PS5, maybe less, because just off the GPU seems similar to like a 3070. I mean, if anyone wants to correct me in the comment section, that's what I feel like, is in terms of like the VRAM and the specs. Or maybe like a 4060. I guess 4060, 3070, they're similar price range. I can't really compare to AMD graphics cards because I'm using mainly NVIDIA. So, yeah. The deck was mostly sold at a loss. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Steam Deck was mostly sold at a loss. Most consoles in general are sold at a loss. It's just to basically get the console in people's like living rooms, and you obviously most of the sales they're going to get are from when people actually purchase stuff from the digital storefront. That's when, you know, Microsoft, Sony, and Steam in this case make the majority of their money. Probably nowhere near modern console levels. Oh, we'll see. I think it is going to be similar to like a PS5. Valve had the first banner in the works.